Hey, welcome back Pokemon fans, and today we have another Galar discussion. This time I wanted to speak about the Elite Four, specifically the champion of the Galar region. We know nothing about them so far. This is merely speculation just before the Pokemon Direct, which we'll be getting soon. We've never had a champion revealed before, of course. Sword and Shield could be completely different. They could be like, there's multiple champions in this region. First off, I wanted to state, this is definitely not the case in Sun and Moon. There is already a Pokemon League established. It's not in the process of being built. It's not, set up across a bunch of trials. We have the gyms already established and they're in place as we speak. Now, whether they're actual gyms or not, we have no idea. We don't know what's going on with those. They appear to be some kind of weird stadium rather than the gauntlet where you face the leader immediately or solve some puzzles. They appear to be tournament style by the looks of it. I don't know what's going on there. What we do know so far is that the very top of the map, the most extravagant looking place, has what appears to be a large tower with some weird spiral ring outside of it. I have a very strong suspicion that is where the Elite Four is. It could also be in that small little Buckingham Palace looking place off to the left of that town, but my bet is that it's going to be that tower. Sorry for bumping my microphone just there, I have a lot of energy. But let's get this over with. So, I've been reading there's a lot of theories that the champion for the Galar region is going to be the Queen. I do not think so. I do think there will be royalty, of course, it is a UK-based region. But I don't think it's going to be the Queen as the champion. Rather, I think it's just going to be some kind of representative of the royal family or something. I do believe it will have ties to royalty. But I don't believe it's going to be, the Queen or the Prince or anything like that. It might just be some kind of public official. Because the champion always does have some kind of political responsibility in every region they're in. The Elite Four is still a form of government, of course. I've heard that stated a couple times. I don't know if that's fact or not. I can cite my resources down below. I think I actually heard it from Pokemon Rusty. Please tell me I didn't hear it from Pokemon Rusty. So to go over the roles of the champion in the past, we had Lance to begin with, before he was overthrown by Blue, and before Blue was immediately overthrown by Red. And then we went on to have Lance again in Gold and Silver. Then we had Steven in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Then we, of course, had the wonderful Cynthia, arguably the hardest champion to date, sitting in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. My favorite champion, by the way. Then we had the easy as heck Alder, who had level 70s and still lost to N, who had level 50s. I'd like to point that out. And then we had N, who overthrew him. We beat N first before we fight Alder in the post-game. Then we had Diantha. I guess we had Iris in between that, but I really don't like Iris. She was kind of really easy, and I didn't really count her as an actual full-on champion. She felt more like a gym leader to me. Then we had Diantha, who had the Mega Gardevoir, and then there was us in the Alola region. We took the throne of the champion each time. Now, what do I think is going to happen in Sun and Moon? Because there's always some kind of set expectation for what the champion is. We had a lot of build-up with Cynthia, where she was with us throughout the game. Same thing with Steven and Alder. N and Blue were interesting, because they were kind of like our rival-based characters, and they became the champion before us, so they were always kind of one step ahead. Diantha appeared maybe 2 times before she was even, before we even got to the Pokemon League, and by that time we were just like, yeah, I kind of knew the champion immediately. And then, there was just our journey throughout Sun and Moon, so... we were the first champion, we took that seat, that was ours. Now, the only champion we don't see before we actually reach the Pokemon League, at least in the main games I've played, is Lance. He just kind of appears there. Now, of course, you meet Lance in Gold and Silver. You meet him in the Dragon Cave in post-game, and you fight him in Claire with your rival. But that's basically all we get on Lance. He's not a very diverse character. I believe he's also there for the Radio Tower raid, but I don't remember. Lake of Rage, yes, he was there for that. Now, Alder's a weird case. He has a very diverse team, but he's really, really weak. His strongest and partner Pokemon is Volcarona. End's partner Pokemon is O'Rourke, Cynthia's is Garchomp, Steven's is Metagross, Lance's Dragonite, Red is Pikachu, and Blue I forget, I think it's his Blastoise. Or whatever Pokemon, he picked that's strong against you. Diantha is Mega Gardevoir, and then Sun and Moon, it's whatever, it's just whatever. Kukwi's was Rockruff, so a Lycanroc. So apart from that, we really don't have much to go on so far. I'm going to put out what I think their team's going to consist of. I'm going to guess they're going to have the final evolution of some kind of dog Pokemon. And I'm going to guess they're going to have at least 2 dragon types, a fairy type. I want to hope for a poison type. I don't know if they're going to have all 6 Pokemon. I think they're probably more likely to have 5, because Pokemon is trying to make this more accessible to the younger audience. Although the younger audience got just fine getting past Blue and Red and Lance, and they're very memorable fights, because during your childhood that was like the milestone. You got props for beating Red, I was at atop Mount Silver with his level 80s, and it was essentially just super bragging rights. I don't know what they're going to do in this region. I don't know what they could do in the post-game either. I'm hearing a lot of people say that we could go to Kalos for the post-game, because it is a neighboring country, but I don't see that happening. I mean, while Kalos is small, it was so unpopular. I just don't see that becoming a post-game place we could go to like Johto and Kanto. Again, anything's possible. It's the Pokemon Company. They've thrown surprises at us before. I think that's about everything I wanted to cover today. Just a really quick video just discussing what I thought about the potential of a Pokemon League in the Sword and Shield games. Really not a lot to cover. I guess I could talk about the Elite Four itself. So the Elite Four in the first game was a gauntlet style. It was a gauntlet style up until the 5th game. In the 5th game, it became an open floor plan where you could choose who you wanted to fight in what order. And it's carried on with that style ever since. Am I hoping for another gauntlet style? Yes. Is it probably going to be open layout? Yes. But that's what speculation's for. We can just put our hopes and expectations on the table and hope Nintendo hears us. Won't be hearing me. No one gives a damn. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think is going to happen in the Sword and Shield Pokemon League. And I will see you next time. Bye!